From Fayetteville-Manlius High School in Manlius, New York, two of the best lacrosse teams in Section 3 square off on the same field tonight as West Genesee travels to Manlius to play FM for the second time this year. Core Bavarian, Eric Moon, and we've got plenty of commits, plenty of talent on the field tonight.
Lots of talent, and both teams are playing great lacrosse as of late. West Genesee comes in, having won 5 of their last 6. They found a groove after a 500 start to the season under their first-year head coach, Sean Smith. And then on the Fayetteville-Manlius side, they're in the midst of a long 6-game homestand, and they've gone 6-0 on home turf so far this season.
West Genesee 7-3 on the year, 3-2 in conference play. FM 8-1 and 5-1 in the conference, and FM gets the first possession. Hornets in the home whites with green trim, and the road Wildcats in navy and gold on the road today. These two teams played back on April 11th in Camillus. Fayetteville-Manlius, a road 6-5 win. Casey Miller, a right alley run. Closed off by Max Rosa. Miller a shot, bounces toward the goal. Loose ground ball. Miller tried to pick it up, could not do it a first time. Shoved to the ground, and FM keeps possession. Pratt Reynolds behind, feeds out top. Nestor steps in, down the middle, tries to spin, meets 3 defenders. Ball comes on the ground, and the Wildcats pick up the ground ball with Max Rosa. The midfielder Rosa, 22 goals, 27 points on the year, a commit to a local college. Of course, an SU commit Rosa is. Rosa's got it up top. No score 90 seconds in. FM and West Genny here in Manlius, New York. Max Rosa on the far side, toward the goal, took a shot. It was stopped away by Jack Van Walkenburg. Loose ball to the far side. Comes out of bounds. And possession ruled for FM. So both teams scoreless on their first trip.
And not much of a surprise because they played a defensive-heavy game for the most part in their first meeting. Just a 6-5 score. No goals in the second quarter, and Fayetteville-Manlius had to rely on their entire offense to get the win in that one. 6 different goal scorers to lead the Horns to victory.
Here's Colianjo for FM. Took a look toward the net. Now it's Max Kramer out high. Kramer down the right alley. Took a bounce shot, went wide, backed up by FM. Jack Shanley kept it before going out of bounds. Jordan Lewis down the alley. His shot bounced again wide near side. Jack Shanley there again for the backup. Shanley restarts for the Hornets. Senior leads the team in goals with 23. Deals it inside. Doesn't find anybody except Zach Nestor, who's able to save it. Up top, Max Kramer. Kramer a spin. Lose an extra pass for Zach Nestor, who looks it over. Nestor to his left. Pulls back, and Luz has it straight away. 3 minutes gone, no score. A step-down shot from Kramer stopped away by Luke Stout. First save for the Wildcat goalie, and they move in transition. Ryan Sheehan straight away. Sheehan lost the ball. Big trail check for FM. Loose ball near the midfield, and the Hornets scoop it up as 2 Wildcats got tangled up. Jordan Lewis in transition the other way. Extra pass, a shot, would not go. Jack Shanley took the shot. Luke Stout, 2 early saves in this first quarter. FM does keep possession. Shanley able to win the race.
Every Hornet shot has been low against Luke Stout in this one early on, and Stout's reading that right away because the last 2 saves he's made have both been on low shots, so he knows where FM is going, and the Hornets have to adjust to try and get on the board.
A penalty on the play against West Genesee. Dom Tambrioni called for the foul, number 5 in Navy. It's a 1-minute penalty, and so FM goes to the man up with no score, nearly 4 minutes down in this first quarter. As an FM side, last played on Saturday, beat Auburn decisively 13-4. Looking for the first goal here in the second meeting of 2019 between the Hornets and Wildcats. Penalty set to begin, a 1-minute call. Dom Tambrioni took the penalty. And FM sets up the EMO. Zach Nestor up top. Max Kramer deals inside. A turnaround shot stopped away by Stout again. West Jenny picks up the ground ball and lost for a moment, but saved by the Wildcats.
And that's a great cut by Jack Shanley. He finds the seam in the middle of the field between the West Genesee defenders, but he doesn't quite get as much on the shot as he would have liked because a West Genesee defender gets a stick on him just before he releases it.
Jack Miller on the move. The long pole takes it all the way up. 15 seconds left on the 1-minute penalty. Excellent job by the long pole of West Jenny to kill the entire penalty just about. Wildcats just back it up. Penalty time is now over. 1-minute call now released against Dom Tambroni, the West Jenny defenseman, and the Wildcats have possession. A quick shot for the Hornets on that EMO goes nowhere. Alex Rosa circles the cage. It's popped back for Nick Louise, makes his move, deals it behind. They reset with Max Rosa. Ryan Sheehan far side. Sheehan gets a step toward the cage. His shot would not go, was blocked down in front. Ground ball near the midfield, goes over the midfield line. Two players collide and go down, and the Hornets get the ground ball. Jack Shanley right toward the cage, a tough angle, deals across, an extra pass, they score. Mike Howell gets the first goal of the game, nearly 6 minutes in, 1-0 FM.
Good play in transition by FM to get the ball, and then Jack Shanley takes over from there, uses his speed to get by a West Genesee defender, and two Wildcats that time were focused on Shanley, so he finds Howe in front. Howe's wide open, the pass is right on target, and Howe finishes it off for the first goal of the game.
Howe, the second leading point getter, his 23rd of the season, had 5 goals on Saturday against Auburn. He starts the scoring today. And FM goes up 1-0. 6:25 to go in the opening quarter. A quick draw win for West Genesee. Cullen Kirchner comes up with it. A shot off the draw. Trickles toward the goal line. Does it go in? No. Nearly broke the plane, but FM keeps it out. Jack Van Walkenburg able to make the stop just in time. Logan Wilkinson the other way. FM right back to the attack after a quick Wildcat shot, already having scored the first goal. Michael Howe was at X here, was the one who got it. He's got the ball. Mike Howe tries to step toward the front. Nestor up top, extra pass near side. Toward the goal line, a fake once, a fake twice, a shot, they score. Jack Shanley. Excellent move by Shanley to get in front. It's 2 goals in less than a minute for FM.
And that is a perfect play by the Manhattan College commit Shanley. Coming out from behind the net, looking like Nate Solomon a little bit. He fakes out Luke Stout, and Stout is well out of the net at that point. And Shanley has a wide open net to deposit the second goal.
Coliandro gets the assist, so Jack Shanley, a multi-point game, got an assist on the first goal by Michael Howe. Now has this goal. The senior attackman makes it 2-0 FM.
And Shanley's been on fire as of late. Last game against Auburn, 4 goals, 2 assists, and a 6-point outing.
This time a tie-up on the draw, ripped away by FM. The winger comes in for FM to take it. That was Zach Conley picking up the ground ball, number 15. Casey Miller runs the alley, gets by one, a shot bounces in on goal, and Luke Stout has his third save of the game. Dom Tambroni, who took that first penalty of the game for West Genesee, carries over at midfield and lays it off. And Tambroni comes back to his defensive half. Wildcats down a quick 2-0. Looking to avenge their loss a couple of weeks ago at the hands of these Hornets. Their third loss of the year. Jack Delaney in the middle for West Genesee. Lays it off for Cunningham. Delaney again. And Anthony Datellis behind. Leading goal scorer with 27. Dropped off for Jimmy Bergen up top. With the left, hands it off. Quick shot, stopped high by Jack Van Walkenburg. Both goaltenders up to the task in this first quarter.
And that's a great save by Van Valkenburg. He's stuck with the hard rocket from the West Genesee player and makes the tough save.
Good to see you. Are you still at Tully?
FM looks to clear. Jack Van Valkenburg all the way out of his cage to the 40-yard line, gives it off. And Josh Michael gains the zone. A pass toward the middle was behind Casey Miller. Hornets trying to track it down, and Caliandro does that. Already an assist in this game, Vincent Caliandro. And the Hornets look to get organized as Max Kramer, the midfielder. Zach Nestor starts his run. Sends one to X. Michael Howe turns around, back to his left. Ball went out of his stick for a moment, but Howe gets it back.
What number's your son, Yvonne? He's number 2. 2? He's a midfielder. Gotcha.
Max Kramer, a stutter step. On for Michael, extra pass, Nestor. Caliandro with it, lost the ball. And the Wildcats long pole, Ethan Desco scoops it up. The long stick midfielder goes back the other way. Wildcats trailing 2-0, under 3 to go in this first quarter. They've had quite a few shots on Jack Van Valkenburg, haven't gotten anything through. Sliding down was Jake Fiorito. Ball comes to X. Ryan Sheehan fresh off the sideline. Hands it back for Max Rosa. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Nick Louise makes his move. Bradley Cunningham to X. Steps toward the middle. Keeps going, takes a shot with a flag down, he scores. Cunningham, a great move in front, got by his defender on a second effort, and it's 2-1.
You said it. What a move by Cunningham. He sees the room to the right of the defender. He cuts in initially to move the defender left, so he opens up a little space, dodges off him, and drives right to the cage to deposit that one.
That goal is his first of the evening and 21st of the season to number 23, Brad Cunningham. Cunningham, unassisted.
21st goal of the year for Cunningham, the assist leader with 16. The flag wiped out because of the goal, so no penalty. So Cullen Kirchner for West Genesee and Justin Bedell for FM to take the draw. A 2-1 FM lead with under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. A quick rip away for West Genesee, but the ball is going back to FM. Violation against West Genny, so FM gets the ball off the turnover. And look to pad their lead once again. Michael Howe and Jack Shanley, the FM goals. Bradley Cunningham just scored for the Wildcats a moment ago. One of the goal scorers, Michael Howes, got it at X. Makes his move on Shazinski. Turnaround shot high over the crossbar. FM backs it up. Luke Stout nearly got there, though.
It's a good sneaky take from Howe. He tries to rip it in the upper right 90, and he almost gets it. If he gets it on goal, I think he beats Stout.
Caliandro off the restart for FM. Under 90 to go in the first. Caliandro circles. Backs it out. Shanley looks to step in. Backs it out himself. Casey Miller running things up top for Josh Michael. Around the outside. Ambles to X with 70 seconds to go in the first. Spin move from Michael. Gets the goal line. Now Shanley. Shot was stopped. And Luke Stout once again in goal, holding his team to just a 2-1 deficit under a minute to play. The junior Luke Stout pressured, went down, and a whistle finally blows. And a timeout was called by West Genesee. Pressure in the defensive half, so the Wildcats burn their first timeout with 42 to go in this first quarter. 2-1 FM over the Wildcats. Back after this on CNY Stream. Corey Berry and Eric Moon, 2-1 FM over West Genesee. Final minute of play, opening quarter, and Eric, good defensive lacrosse so far through nearly 12 minutes.
And it's how the Wildcats have been able to stay in this one, because FM went up 2-0 pretty early in the game, and West Genesee has been able to keep FM off the board, but the Hornets are starting to amp up the pressure just a little bit. It's why the Wildcats had to take the timeout a moment ago. Luke Stout was even pressured and went down as a result of that.
Wildcats can't clear the defensive end. That's why they called the timeout, and Jack Shanley in the final 40 seconds. Passed up a shot, now circles the cage to the opposite side. Forced all the way out by Ryan Sheehan, the midfielder for West Genny. Ball comes on the ground. Two players fighting for it. A third man joins in, Max Rosa for West Genny. And Rosa's a bit shaken up as the Hornets turn it right back. And a whistle behind the play. Midfielder Max Rosa, gimpy as he gets up. And jogs back to the sideline with 15 seconds left in the first. It'll be Hornet ball. Perhaps a quick chance here for Jack Shanley, who's got 2 points in this first quarter, but he gives it off for Zach Nestor. Nestor with 9. Nestor takes it behind. Looking for a quick pass in front. Ball was off the stick of Mike Howe. 2 seconds to go. Not going to get a shot off. And as possession is awarded to West Genesee, it doesn't really matter. The first quarter comes to an end. Just 3 goals in the first 12 minutes. 2 for the Hornets, 1 for the Wildcats. A defensive first quarter comes to a close. We'll have the second in a moment on CNY Stream. 1 quarter down, 3 to go. 2-1 FM over West Genesee in this marquee game in Section 3 boys lacrosse. FM 8-1 on the year, West Genny 7-3. These two teams played to just a 1-goal differential, a 6-5 FM win in Camillus a couple of weeks back. Certainly a tight one so far through 12. Back to the face-off X. A scrum off this ground ball. Wingers come in. Ryan Sheehan picks it up for West Genesee. We switch sides, so the Wildcats attack to the left end. Ben Hammond now in goal for the Hornets. They switch goalies after every quarter, so Jack Van Valkenburg about a solid first quarter on the bench for the second, and Ben Hammond comes in. Save percentage of 59.3, highest of the two. Max Rosa shot high, he scores! Upper right 90, and Max Rosa right away ties the game.
And that's why he's going to Syracuse. That is a perfect shot, and there's no way Ben Hammond is making that stop. It is sniped to the top corner, right above the stick of Ben Hammond, and there's no chance he's making that save. We got a tie lacrosse game.
The senior Max Rosa with his 23rd of the year had 4 goals on Saturday in a 15-9 win over Spencerport. He's tied things up at 2 in the first 37 seconds of period 2. Another draw control, or rather face-off win for the Wildcats. Jack Delaney takes it up into the box. The Wildcats won the opening face-off of this second quarter, took it right down the field and scored. Billy Fisher Jr.'s first touch. Bradley Cunningham back up top. Anthony Detellis toward the middle. 3 defenders against Detellis, who was pushed down. Comes to the near side. Jack Delaney let it go, and FM takes possession.
Maybe a turnover, but West Genesee's off to a great start in the second quarter, and it's a start they needed because FM was all over them really towards the end of that first quarter. That's how West Genesee was forced to take their first timeout. But the Wildcats came out firing to start the second quarter, and that's how we're tied.
Ben Hammond, a bad pass to midfield. West Genny's got numbers up ahead. A bounce shot is stopped by Hammond off the stick of Brad Cunningham, who's got a goal already today. A spin move in the midfield by Jordan Lewis, able to get by. And FM to the offense for the first time. Jack Shanley in front of his sideline. Jordan Lewis and Zach Nestor playing catch. Jordan Lewis, the midfielder, off for Nestor. Nestor had it poked away. Dom Tambroni tried to take the ground ball. 2-on-2 scrum, and a hold is called. Possession stays with FM. Casey Miller spins. Gives it off in the middle. Jordan Lewis lost the ball. Lewis picks it back up in front of Jack Delaney. Zach Nestor far side, right toward the cage. He moves in, he scores. No goal, wave it off. He was in the crease. A crease violation. As Nestor was in the cage, he dives forward. So call the goal off, and West Genny gets a free ball.
It's a great job by Nestor to get to the goal on that play, but he just can't quite stay out of the crease. It's the only way the goal doesn't count, but it's a great play by Nestor. Drives around a West Genesee defender and takes it straight to the goal.
FM thought they had the lead, but West Genny could take it right back. They've gotten the last 2 goals of the game. A feed inside behind Detellis would have had an open cage. This ball is out of bounds off of FM. West Jenny takes possession and Detellis to restart. The sophomore Nick Louise. Onto the far side for Max Rosa. Had the last West Genesee goal. Louise resets. Ryan Sheehan, the spin. High shot, he scores! Ryan Sheehan twirls and fires upper right 90, and the Wildcats lead for the first time today.
And that was pretty from Sheehan. Great dodge to spin away from the defender. He cuts to the middle, gives himself a great shooting angle, and all in one motion, he fires at top shelf. That's his 50th career goal, and it has West Genesee out in front.
Wildcats have the last 3 goals of the game. They've got 2 in the second quarter. Max Rosa and Ryan Sheehan, the 2 tallies in this period, both to the exact same spot in net for pretty much the same spot on the field. Another face-off at the X. Kellen Kirchner's had a really good day on draws. West Jenny looking for that ground ball, was off the stick of Billy Fisher Jr., but it's turned back by the Wildcats anyway. A trip behind the midfield line. That's a flag down. Wildcats will go to the man up on the next FM touch. So with the flag down, the Wildcats can just hold it. They've got the last 3 goals. Jack Delaney at X. Watched by Justin Bedell. Delaney keeps on coming. Tries to muscle his way through, turns around and fires. That would not go, just wide. And now the flag could be enforced against the Hornets. The flag is against Jack Shandley, one of the top goal scorers. In fact, the leading goal scorer for FM has 1 today. It's a 1-minute tripping call against Jack Shandley. And West Genesee to the extra man for the first time today. Both teams have had 1 penalty. FM did not score on their EMO back in the first period.
And this one is great hustle by Jack Shanley, but he doesn't quite get close enough to the defender where he can dive and safely knock the ball away.
Riley Small backs that one up. First appearance for Riley Small, number 35 in Navy. As the extra man offense comes out for Sean Smith in West Genesee. Max Rosa plays up top. Ryan Sheehan, extra pass. Riley Small, a shot. Trying to go through the 5-hole of Ben Hammond. He makes this stop. First save of the quarter for Ben Hammond.
That is a tough angle for Riley Small, and Ben Hammond does a good job of closing it off at the post.
Hammond, another save. Alex Rosa took the shot from 15 yards away, and Hammond says no. 2 saves on the man down for Ben Hammond. And the junior goaltender can kill some penalty time. 15 seconds left on the penalty against Jack Shanley of FM. And FM calls a timeout, struggling to get out of their defensive end. With 10 seconds left on the Shanley penalty for FM. The Hornets trailing by 1 will have the ball after this timeout on CNY Stream. 6:40 till half here on CNY Stream, West Jenny 3, FM 2. Hornets with the ball and 10 seconds of penalty time to kill off against Jack Shanley, the senior.
Yeah, I hear you. Doesn't help in these situations. Okay, let's go, boys. Good ride.
We await the whistle. The ball's awarded to West Genesee on the play. So the Wildcats with 10 seconds of penalty time. Bradley Cunningham to the goal line. Penalty time is now released, and a flag is down against the Hornets here.
They got too many guys on. They got too many guys on the field.
Max Rosa spins for West Genesee, but the flag's still down. Rosa takes it behind.
Doesn't matter, they got 8 guys on the field.
Ryan Sheehan with it.
It'd be hard to score at 7 guys.
But right now, the Hornets have way too many guys on the field. That's the results, or the reason for the flag. The shot goes well high.
And they were offside as well. Only had 2 guys back of the midfield line.
So one penalty ends and another begins. .549 left in the second quarter. Officials sorting things out. The penalty will be 30 seconds. Officially an offside. They had too many guys on the field and not enough guys back. The Hornets had. So Ryan Sheehan to restart for West Genesee. Wildcats on a 3-0 run, extending back to late first quarter. Wildcats just work it around. 10 seconds left on the penalty. A pass inside, turning around small, shot was influenced and it flutters well high. Wildcats back it up with 2 seconds left on the FM offside penalty of 30 seconds. Penalty release, back to full strength. The ball comes to the midfield and Jordan Lewis, who was the man on, off the penalty ending, picks it up. A feed to the crease, trying to bully his way by was Mike Howe. A whistle blows. A push is called against the Wildcats on that play, and so FM keeps with 5:04 to go in the second. Their man-down defense has killed 2 consecutive penalties in the second quarter.
And that was almost a pretty passing play and transition from FM to get the goal. 3 quick passes, and Howe almost is able to finish it, but the loose ball push prevents him from finding the back of the net.
Zach Nestor, assist leader, picks up his own miss. Mike Howe with it. Scored the opening goal of the game for FM. Far side, Zach Nestor. Howe starts his rush. Doesn't have much to work with. Nestor from below the goal line. Nestor toward the front. Nestor walled off. And Shanley resets up top for Jordan Lewis. His bounce shot would not go. Was stopped by Stout, who outlets the offense. Ryan Sheehan up ahead. Long for Max Rosa, who quickly gains the zone. Rosa gets the touch, and the Wildcats offense up by 1 with 3.5 to go in the second quarter with the ball. Wildcats at 7-3 on the year. One of those 3 losses, a home defeat against FM, 6-5 on April 11th. Two teams playing very good lacrosse right now. Jimmy Bergen toward the cage, a bounce shot. Lands in front of the crease, then over the net. Wildcats keep control.
That was a good job by the FM defender to force Bergen to the outside enough so that when Ben Hammond hugged the post, he was covering enough of the net so that Bergen's shot had to go to the opposite, to the far side post of the net, and Bergen ended up missing wide.
Jimmy Bergen with his left hand. Set behind for Liam Sexton. Jack Delaney around the outside. Delaney stops up. Looks toward the inside, changes hands, deals it behind for Sexton off his stick. Zach Conley with the ground ball for FM. It's bounced toward the cage for Ben Hammond, who recollects. Jordan Lew's up ahead. The junior midfielder for FM.
Good job. Ready to get back on D.
Both teams not giving an inch right now. Hornets completing substitutions as Max Kramer holds with it.
Don't fall asleep. Don't
Now
fall
Josh
asleep.
Michael, sophomore with 5 goals on the year. Behind for Howe.
Good job,
Had X
Chris.
plenty of times in this game. Instead goes out top with it. Max Kramer. Kramer a bounce shot, sliding to nearly stop it with Stout. Comes wide to the far side corner. And Pratt Reynolds backs it up for the Hornets with 1:35 to go till the half.
A good take from Kramer, but an even better save by Stout. Shot was labeled for the far post, and Stout gets the right leg over just in time.
Josh Michael toward the goal. Michael slides down, gets one behind, but intercepted by Luke Stout on its way to X. And Stout with 1:10 to go in the opening quarter. Perhaps one final shot with the ball for West Genesee. Up 3-2. They've got the last 3 goals of the game. Looking in transition, the ball bounces to Sexton, couldn't pick it up and take a quick shot in the final minute of play in the second quarter. A timeout by the Wildcats. Wildcats just want to settle things down. That's their second timeout of this first half. 56.4 to go in the second. 3-2 West Genesee. Back after this on CNY Stream. Final minute, second quarter here at Manlius, New York, Fayetteville-Manlius High School. The home Hornets trail 3-2. They've got to play defense right now with West Genesee off a timeout. Has the ball in the offensive end. FM has not scored since the first quarter. Wildcats have a 3-0 run going right now. Pretty much all defense as of late. Wildcats content to hold and burn some more clock. 25 to go. Ryan Sheehan walks with it. Logan Wilkinson marks him defensively, the short stick midfielder. Sheehan spins back, deals it up top, 7 to go. A forehanded shot, they score. Max Rosa with the clock winding down. Rosa was caught in a tough spot, but he finds the back of the net to give West Jenny a 4-2 lead.
The Wildcats turn it on quickly. Not content with going to the locker room with just a 1-goal lead. Great job by Rosa. He gets the ball in the middle of the field. 2 defenders right around him. And with max effort, he's able to get open and get a perfect shot off to the top corner of the net.
Second goal of the game for Max Rosa. And the Wildcats, without a miracle, will end the first half on a 4-0 run.
And that goal is huge for the momentum for the Wildcats in this one going into the second half.
Cullen Kirchner, Justin Bedell on the draw. Kirchner looked like he had it for a moment. Scrum in the midfield as the clock winds down and expires. 6 goals in the first half. FM got the first 2 here at home, but the road West Genesee Wildcats have the last 4, and it's 4-2 West Jenny after 24 minutes of play. 10-minute halftime break, back for the 3rd and 4th on CNY Stream.
luck second half.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy it.
Good luck in the playoffs when you get to the playoffs.
Thank you.
Second half of play in Manlius, New York, Fayetteville-Manlius High School, where the home Hornets have given up the last 4 goals of the game to West Genesee. Wildcats leading FM 4-2 with Eric Moon, Corvarian. What a first half of defensive lacrosse we saw, but the Wildcats offense really starting to wake up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Hornets dominated most of that first quarter, but the Wildcats needed a good start in the second quarter, and they got one right off the bat. They scored a goal to tie it in the first minute, and then with great defensive play, some great saves from Luke Stout, and some pretty goals on the other end of the field. West Genesee is up 2.
Logan Wilkinson for FM. On the face-off against Cullen Kirchner. Ground ball goes to FM. They've got the first face-off win of this third quarter. It's an FM offense that got goals from Mike Howe and Jack Shandley in order, both in the first quarter. Haven't scored since the opening period, but trailing just 4-2. Both goaltenders, both defenses, terrific for the most part. First possession, FM.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Holding up top, Zach Nestor, assist leader for this FM side. 30 points on the year. Nestor shakes. Slide comes. Out for Jordan Lewis. Casey Miller back for Lewis again. Zach Nestor once more toward the middle. Doesn't shoot. A low pass is found. A shot goes through. Mike Howe took the shot. A flag comes down after the goal. Second goal of the game for Howe when it's 4-3.
It's a great job by Howe to get open in the middle of the field. He sneaks between a couple Wildcats as he's receiving the pass, and pretty much all in one motion, he lets go of the ball and releases it by the goalkeeper, Luke Stout. Goes down in the process as well. And the Hornets are back in it, down just 1 early in the third.
Hornet goal is his second of the evening and 24th of the
The
season.
foul was on West Genesee. So FM takes a free possession here. The foul occurring after the goal was not wiped out by the marker. Chris Jasinski called for the foul. A 1-minute penalty for unnecessary roughness. So FM will start at the 50-yard line with no face-off to have to be won. Look at a man-up opportunity, looking to quickly strike again and tie the game. A 1-minute penalty. Lou steps in. Now Kramer, Nestor, shot, goal, tie game. The senior Zach Nestor has his first. 2 goals in a matter of seconds, and FM's right back even.
And it's clear they get the energy right back to begin the second half. And after getting the goal just a moment ago from Howe, some great ball movement up top. And what a shot from Nestor, finding the upper right 90. And we got ourselves a tie game.
That's how to erase a 4-0 run if you're FM. Just 1:29 down in the second half. They battle back to even things up at 4. Perhaps both offenses awakening right now. Jack Van Valkenburg back in goal for FM. Again, they switch it every quarter. Jack Van Valkenburg got the first, and Ben Hammond the second. And Van Valkenburg back in for the third quarter. A turnover, and West Jenny gets it right back. All even at 4, breezy and 49 degrees out on the field. Partial cloud cover as well. A great night for Lacrosse here in Manlius. Two of the best in all of Section 3 going at it right now. FM at 8-1. West Jenny at 7-3. Ryan Sheehan got a step, a high shot, missed the net, backed up by Anthony DeTellis.
It's a good take from Sheehan, but he could have driven to the goal just a little more. He had a lane right to the net. It's a great shot if he gets it on net. I think he beats Van Valkenburg, but he might have had a lane to the goal for an even better chance.
Ryan Sheehan had a goal today, 5 points on Saturday. A high shot again. Goes well over the net. Another backup for West Jenny, and Bradley Cunningham will keep the offense going. Max Rosa, the only multi-goal scorer of the game for the Wildcats. He's got 2 of their 4. Bradley Cunningham toward the middle, had a step for a moment. Ball stripped from behind him, and is taken away by FM. Zach Nestor moves it right to left. Gets his touch, and FM can set up the offense, having scored the last 2 goals in rapid succession on back-to-back possessions here in the third quarter. Mike Howe took a step in, pops it back out. He's got 2 goals today. Nestor works from behind. Then Mike Howe makes his move. Turns, gives it on. A wide open man in front was Caliandro. Backed up though by Nestor. His shot off the bar. A whistler of a shot, just barely missed. And FM keeps control. Mike Howe to put it back in play.
That is a sneaky shot from Nestor, and he's almost able to bury it. Just gets the top, just gets the crossbar with it.
Zach Nestor takes it, gets a pick from Jordan Lewis. Miller with space up top. 4.5 gone in this third quarter. All even 4 apiece. Shanley circles the cage. In front, they score. Caliandro's first of the game. 3 straight for FM in this third quarter. They're back in front.
And that was a breakdown defensively by West Genesee because Caliandro gets in between 4 Wildcats right in front of the goal. He's right on the doorstep just outside the crease. And Shanley does a good job of finding the passing lane and getting it to the open man, Caliandro, in front. And all he has to do is bury it at that point.
Caliandro from Shanley. 3rd of the year for Caliandro. He's got his 2nd point today. And Shanley's got a 3-point night, 1 goal and 2 helpers. FM back in front on their home turf, 5-4, looking for a hard-fought season sweep of 2 games against West Jenny in the regular year. Back to the X. The hold is called. Colin Kirchner was held up. Called against the Wildcats. And FM back to the offense again. West Genesee with no shots on goal. Haven't had the ball a whole lot in this third quarter. FM has had 3 goals.
And this FM run has started the face-off X. They're getting extra possessions. They're keeping West Genesee from getting the ball and coming back in this one.
Shanley works from behind again. He's got 3 points today. Josh Michael from a long way out. Shanley behind. Out for Nestor. Fed it across. Picked up and scored. Josh Michael all alone in front. FM back up by 2.
And that's great hand-eye coordination by Michael, because the pass from Nestor goes off of Jack Delaney's stick in front of the net. It bounces right to Michael anyway, and he's able to stick with it, get the ball, and shoot it in one motion. And the Hornets are rolling now. 4 unanswered here in the third quarter.
That's after a West Jenny 4-0 run. FM now a 4-0 run of their own. All in this third quarter. Trailed 4-2 at halftime. Now lead 6-4 here at home. They've matched their same goal output they had against the Wildcats in Camillus a couple of weeks ago at 6. Back at the X. Ball comes free pretty quickly this time. The wings come in. FM another ground ball. That's 3 in a row. And Max Kramer is the one who brings it in. FM off a 13-4 win over Auburn on Saturday. Both teams last playing on Saturday and both getting decisive wins. Hornets and Wildcats. All FM on the offensive side here in this third quarter. They've had possession, they've had the goals to show for it. At the top, Casey Miller. Mike Howe on his left hand. Zach Nestor out wide with it. Howe sets a screen. Nestor, a shot from straight away, was just wide of goal, and FM keeps control. 2 guys backing it up. Vincent Coliandro, who's got a goal himself in this third quarter. Josh Michael had the last goal. Here's Shanley. Shanley able to get by 2 players toward the front. He's denied by Stout. Goes up high, and Stout just stonewalls him there. From West Genesee, a trail check put on its center, but taken back on by the Wildcats. Ryan Sheehan sends one into the box. The Wildcats nearly give it away, but hold the ball from X, down by 2. Anthony DeTellis, leading goal scorer for West Jenny at 27 on the year and 42 points. Had 4 on Saturday, none today. Here's a shot, bounces high of the cage. Brad Cunningham backs it up. Under 5 to go in this third quarter. Can the Wildcats get one back? No saves yet for Jack Van Valkenburg in this third quarter. Nick Louise has a step, deals across. Now a late shot taken that was high from Brad Cunningham. The pass across, and Cunningham took a long load up. DeTellis puts it back in play.
Cunningham that time got the pass on his offhand side, so he couldn't release it as quickly, and the shot ended up being off the cage anyway.
Loose ball in front. FM picks it up. Ball comes on the ground off Luke Miranda's stick. Miranda takes it ahead. Max Kramer moves it on. Kramer right down the middle. Passes off for Luz. Deals an extra pass inside. Backed up, though, by Jack Shanley. And now the Hornets can settle in. Take some more time and nurse a 2-goal lead. Mike Howe behind. Lose for Kramer. Kramer around to the right. Behind for Howe. One more would be a hat trick for number 34. Josh Michael gets by. Howe again behind. Out for Kramer. His shot low and stopped. Stout able to smother it. Stout being tested in goal right now in this third quarter. That's back-to-back saves for the Wildcat netminder.
And that's a huge one for Stout. He's given up 4 goals in the quarter. That's a great one. That's a great save to build some confidence for him.
Another defensive stand and ground ball pickup by FM. Still no shots on goal for West Genesee in this third. Jordan Lewis up ahead. 2.5 to go in this third quarter. The last 4 goals of the game have come for FM after the Wildcats went on a 4-0 run to end the first half.
Good job.
Max Kramer back at the goal. Launched by Jack Delaney, a short stick on him. Pass out front. Looking for a shot, tangled up was Wilkinson, rather Shanley, but he gets it away to Nestor.
It's a great
Shanley
job.
able to get free.
Great job by Shanley. He didn't panic when he was tied up by 2 Wildcats, able to get free, and he keeps going.
Circled the cage and took a shot that just missed off to the far side. FM continues to hold with 1:33 to go in the third quarter.
That's what I'm going to call him now. Let the feet move in. Good, Nicky, good.
Lose above the goal line, now takes it back. Watched there by Nick Louise. Short stick on him, spins back. And Lewis gave it across for Nestor. Nestor in front, bounce shot, comes behind. Nestor backs it up, he's got a goal and a helper today.
Keep going, D. Keep going.
Just under a minute to go in the third. Jack Shanley, forced to go behind, now comes in front, passes off, a quick shot goes wide from Kramer. Zach Nestor on the backup again.
Keep tight. Good, Ethan, good.
Jordan Lewis holds behind with 35 to go.
Move your feet, Nicky. Good, Nick, good, good.
Lewis takes it, passes out in front, a big check from behind, forces the ball away. Wide open in front was Coliandro, he couldn't get a shot. Ball comes to the far side in front of the Wildcat bench. West Jenny turns it over with 18 seconds left. On the goal line, it's Mike Howe. Watched by Shazinski, the long pull. Howe, lefty shot, goes wide, back up to FM with 5.7 left. Perhaps just a quick cutter in front. Coliandro will restart. Jack Shanley also at X. Clock runs, 5 seconds and 4. The pass comes out front, does not find any FM stick. Cleared all the way down the field by the Wildcats as the third quarter comes to a close. FM outscores West Jenny 4-0 in that third quarter and takes us to the fourth, leading 6-4 on CNY Stream.
We got ourselves a game of runs.
Yeah. Fourth quarter set to get underway, and we've certainly got a good fourth quarter in store right now. It's a game of runs. You said it after that third quarter ended. 4-0 West Jenny run to end the first half. In that third quarter, 4-0 FM. They lead 6-4 with 12 minutes to go here in Manlius, New York.
Cullen Kirchner and Logan Wilkinson.
Logan Wilkinson, Cullen Kirchner at the center of the FM in blocks to take the face-off. A tie-up, the two wingers come in. Pops toward the near side. FM gets to it first. Mike Howe, check that. Zach Nestor, the ground ball. And FM really controlling the face-offs in that third quarter. Part of the reason why they scored 4 goals and West Genesee none. Wildcats got no shots on goal against Jack Van Valkenburg in that third quarter.
And that's been a huge key to this game to this point in the third quarter, because that West Genesee defense has been fantastic in this game, at least in the first half, and then FM essentially broke them down with the amount of possessions, and they made a couple adjustments offensively to find some cracks in the West Genesee defense and get some goals by Luke Stout.
Mike Howe tried to make a move. Zach Nestor with it. A goal and a helper in this game for Nestor has been all over the field. This first line of offense for the Hornets. FM has already killed the first minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Time not necessarily of the essence for West Jenny if they can get one quickly. Vincent Caliandro up top. On for KC Miller. Jack Shanley behind. Shanley charges toward the goal, circles the cage, looks for a pass, sends one out top. Lose with it. He takes his time and gives off for Nestor. Zach Nestor against Ryan Sheehan. Makes his move on him. Didn't get any space. Jack Shanley behind. Shanley tiptoes around the goal crease. Now Shanley spins one on the chest of Luke Stout. He collects it in his spoon, and Stout's got it.
That's a great save from Stout, and I'm not even sure he was ready for it. A quick turnaround shot. And Stout just holds his ground in the crease, lets the shot hit him, and he makes a great save to keep West Genesee within 2.
Wildcats to the offense for the first time. More than 2.5 minutes killed by FM to start this fourth quarter. Alex Rosa for West Jenny. That pressure from Luke Miranda. Now it's back up top. A shot bounces toward goal, was blocked down by the FM defense. Logan Wilkinson got a stick on it, and the ground ball goes to the Hornets only for a moment. Wildcats scoop it right back up. Anthony DeTellis. No goals for their leading scorer. DeTellis around behind, tiptoes the crease, turns around, shot one. Unable to see that was Ben Hammond for a moment, but he scoops it up. DeTellis didn't get much on that shot. May have it influenced off an FM stick. And Casey Miller takes it back the other way, the midfielder. Miller lost it. Trail check put on by West Jenny, and Nick Louise controls the ground ball. Luke Stout in his cage, quickly gets it ahead. 4 minutes down in this fourth quarter, just over 8 to go. Basically a chess match right about now. Offense at a premium for both sides. Jimmy Bergen. Now Bradley Cunningham. Cunningham against Ronan Perry. Cunningham out top, open Delaney. Delaney to his left. Delaney walled off by Jordan Lewis. Now Jimmy Bergen. Delaney takes it. Watched by Lewis. A roll toward the middle. Sends one in front. The Tellis there. Bounce one off the pipe. Now it's Bergen picking it up. Up top, Jack Delaney. West Jenny just inches away from cutting the deficit to just one. Delaney tries to spin. Lewis marks him. Behind for Brad Cunningham. Got a goal in the first quarter for the Wildcats. Detella spins, nearly had one off the pipe, sends one toward the front. It flutters away from everybody, but Alex Rosa picks it up. Extended possession here for the Wildcats, trailing by 2. Substitutions now complete. Ryan Sheehan comes back on. Sheehan's got it on the far side. Now Delaney, a spin on Lewis, pops it behind. Cunningham rolls, dips toward the front. His shot fought off by Hammond. Back up by West Jenny. And now they say it's FM ball.
That's over 3 minutes of possession.
A flag is down
FM.
as well. A flag down against the Wildcats as FM was looking to take the ball in. So they'll call the flag and blow the play dead now. And the Wildcats called for the penalty.
And that is a huge shift in momentum in this one. FM has to defend against West Genesee for more than 3 minutes. And they are able to bend but not break, and they keep the 2-goal lead intact.
And Brad Cunningham called for the unsportsmanlike call. It's a 1-minute penalty. Just lost a bit of his temper. That ball was on the far side, and the flag was thrown on the near side. Near where Cunningham was, perhaps was jawing off. So a 1-minute call, and FM, after defending the Wildcats for about 3 minutes of time, gets a 1-minute EMO.
And those are the penalties you just cannot afford to take in a game like this. You're down 2 late, and you can't do anything to shoot yourself in the foot.
A goal might salt it away. Perhaps to a certain point. Max Kramer with it. Early stages of the extra man for FM. Stepping toward the middle, bounce shot went just wide off Jack Shanley. FM controls. Penalty time about halfway gone.
Hornets have an extra jump of their step after the great defensive possession for over 3 minutes, the great defensive stop, and also with the man-up opportunity. They're moving the ball quickly, and everybody's moving as well, looking for an open lane to get perhaps a cut to the net, maybe get a good look and a good take.
Running a bit of a weave offense right now. A spin and a shot and a goal. Jack Shanley on the extra man. The Wildcats undisciplined, and FM makes it a 3-goal game.
And like we were saying, the man-up has been wonders for the Hornets tonight. They have operated it beautifully. Great ball movement from up top. Looking for something from up top, maybe a long shot or an open man in the middle right in front of the goal. This time it's Shanley from the far side, and he gets the ball in all one motion. He lets it go right through the wickets of Stout, and that puts the Hornets up 3 with only 5 minutes left to play.
Shanley with 4 points today, 2 goals, 2 assists. Had 6 points on Saturday in the win over Auburn. That's 10 points in his last 2. The Manhattan College commit Shanley with his 25th of the season, the senior for FM. 5 goals in a row for the Hornets, all in the second half. That's the first goal for either side in this 4th quarter in what has been a highly defensive game.
And since West Genesee scored 4 and answered to go up 4-2, it's been Jack Shanley and Zach Nestor leading the Hornet offense and getting some other guys involved as well for 5 unanswered goals of their own and a 3-goal lead.
Another huge face-off win for FM. It's been all Hornets at the X in the second half.
And now you still want to work your offense well, get some good ball movement around the perimeter, but at the same time, with only 4.5 minutes left on the clock, you want to run it out as much as you can and perhaps get a good opportunity. One more goal, no doubt, ices it away for the Hornets.
Jordan Lewis with it. Lewis a stutter step. Out for Kramer, played across. Michael stepped in, trail check put on by Ryan Sheehan, and West Jenny gave it away themselves. Max Kramer with it. Kramer gets by a couple. Floats one well over the stick of Caliandro. Can Caliandro save it? Yes, he can. 2 bad breaks for West Jenny. Caliandro and FM keep the possession with 3:35 to go in the 4th. Caliandro spins, looks, sends one behind, and Jack Shanley with it. 4 points on the day for Shanley. He just scored. Looking for a hat trick. He bounces one just high. May have hit off the goaltender Stout. FM does keep. Vincent Caliandro to put it back in with 3:25 to go. And a timeout called. FM calls time with 3:16 to go. They have held the ball well and have gotten a goal to show for it. Some insurance here in this 4th quarter. 7-4 FM with 3:16 to go. Back after this on CNY Stream. The last 3:16 of regulation. FM 7, West Jenny 4. Off an FM timeout. They have run clock out. Look to continue. West Jenny's had only 1 offensive possession for the most part in this 4th quarter. Lasted almost 3 minutes, and it ended on a penalty that the Hornets took on the other end and scored. Jordan Lewis against 2 defenders now. Wildcats now trying to force the ball away. They need a goal a minute right now. And they haven't scored in this half. Zach Nestor against Ryan Sheehan. Double comes near the FM sideline, and they may have called another timeout. They did. Head coach Doug Madden and the FM Hornets burn a timeout with 2:25 to go in the game. Back after this on CNY Stream. 2:55 to go. FM using their timeouts to their advantage to keep possession and keep the clock running. The double team still coming as Mike Howe just works along the far sideline. Now matched up with just the long ball. Chris Jasinski on him, number 29. 2.5 to go. Mike Howe gets a step. No intention to shoot. You see Luke Stout, the goaltender, out of his cage. He might be the double man. He is. Jasinski looking for a trail check, doesn't get it. Mike Howe with 2 goals and an assist on the day, all over the field for FM. Now Shanley with a double team. Shanley, a ground ball forced by West Jenny. Brad James picked up the ground ball, comes to the far side, possession FM. A masterful job of just keeping the ball right now. 2:01 to go. A whistle and a substitution for the Hornets.
In the last 2 minutes, West Genesee has had 2 golden opportunities to get the ball out of their end of the field. One time they turned it over on a ground ball, and this time a great play by an FM attacker to cross-check the West Genesee defender and keep him from getting out of the zone.
There's a save by Stout. An FM stick just went flying as Ryan Sheehan carries it into the box. They need a goal a minute and more. Sheehan's shot bounced in on goal. May have hit off the side. Backed up by West Jenny. 1:35 left. Wildcats trail by 3. This is their second possession of the 4th quarter. Liam Sexton works from X. Just 3 goals on the year. Doesn't get very far. Luke Miranda, the long stick midfielder, checks him. A pass was thrown well high of Nick Louise. Had to be about 8 feet tall to catch that one, and FM takes it over.
And it's clear that at the beginning of the second half and on, FM just came out with so much more energy, a jump in their step, and they made some adjustments to really catch West Genesee off guard. And in this half, the Wildcats still have no answer.
It's been all ball control. FM enters, and they had to keep the ball in the box. They could not. So West Jenny off that free giveaway, takes it right back with Max Rosa. In the final minute of the 4th, Rosa right in front. His shot with a flag down goes wide. We'll get the call in a moment. Possession is staying here with 52 seconds left in the 4th. So a chance here for West Genesee. It's an offside penalty against the Hornets.
Hornets ruled offside.
Wildcats with no extra man goals today. They pretty much need one here to at least spark some sort of a comeback if they can. 52 seconds to go. Looking for a quick shot. Max Rosa deals far side. A skip pass for Sheehan. His shot scores! Second of the game for Ryan Sheehan. His 11th of the year. And West Jenny is within 2 with 44 to go. An extra man goal on the rapid fire.
And like you said, that's just what the Wildcats need right now. 2 quick passes. Sheehan fakes out the goalkeeper, Hammond. He's off his angle, and Sheehan puts it in the top part of the nets. Now the Wildcats have 44 seconds, which is plenty of time to score twice, but they need to do it quick.
Kirchner and Wilkinson. Face-off.
Big face-off here in the middle. West Jenny needs this ground ball. Kirchner looking to pick it up. Possession FM. That may just about be it. Another face-off win for the Hornets with 32 seconds to go.
Hornets now must stay in the box.
Hornets again have to stay within the box. They turned it over last time on a violation. Trying to ward him off is Luke Stout, and a whistle. Timeout called by FM.
And the Hornets
Perhaps one last whistle with 22 seconds left in regulation time. FM and West Genesee. Well, it was 6-5 the first time these two teams played in favor of FM in Camillus. Now a 7-5 result for the Hornets here on their home turf in Manlius. What a two-game series this has been. You know, with all the playoffs going on, this is a good candidate for a best-of-7 series if one existed.
Similar score, but a different kind of battle we've seen in this one. It was an all-out war in West Genesee a couple weeks ago when they played. It was a one-goal game, a tie game throughout most of the contest. The defenses were on display in that one. No goals in the second quarter. And tonight, it's really been a game of runs. Fayetteville-Manlius got a couple goals in the early going. West Genesee with 4 unanswered, and then the Hornets had 5 unanswered of their own before West Genesee just got on the board a few minutes ago. And really, these teams, they're both really fighting hard. And it's more of it's just tactical adjustments that either team has made that's really put FM over the top, and what West Genesee really needs to do to come back in this one.
Well, FM girls lacrosse on their way to beating West Genesee over in Camillus. Guys looking to do the same here in Manlius. 20 seconds to go. The goal is just about empty as Jordan Lewis just circles near the end zone. 10 seconds to go. Stout out to try to put a check on. It's Lewis with the final 5 seconds ticking off the clock. 1 second to go. The ball is flipped near the goal, and Fayetteville-Manlius comes back from 2 goals down at the half. Outscores West Genesee 5-1 in the second half of play. And the Hornets move to 9-1 on the season and earn a 2-game regular season sweep of West Genesee in this premier lacrosse battle in Section 3.
And it was really Fayetteville-Manlius flexing their muscles in the second half. Their first half wasn't perfect by any means. Scored a couple goals early, but there wasn't a whole lot of energy to their offense. West Genesee shut them down for the most part, and then they came out in the second half with a jump in their step, with the fire in the air, and they showed off what they can do tonight in the second half, coming back against a very, very good West Genesee team to pull off the 2-goal victory.
FM, looking at the multi-goal scorers, they only had 2. Jack Shanley with 2 goals, 2 assists. Mike Howe, 2 goals and 1 assist. West Genesee, 4 of their 5 goals came from Ryan Sheehan and Max Rosa. Each of them had 2. Hornets moved to 9-1 on the season. Wildcats dropped to 7-4. Our final score from Manlius, Fayetteville-Manlius 7 and West Genesee 5. This has been Section 3 Boys Lacrosse on CNY Stream.